Hey everybody, Tammi C. Walker, the owner of Dreams Are a Reality. I create this channel to provide light and love. How are you doing? I am good. I'm sleepy. I just got through eating dinner. Not good to do a video after dinner, is it? I want to talk about today. Why? Why are relationships so hard? Can you all tell me why? Why? I don't want to say why anymore. After my intro, we go deep dive in and see why these relationships are so hard. I know you know probably all of this stuff, but hey, it's good to chit chat about it, put some on your mind. It put some on my mind when I was kind of researching, and drop me some comments, okay? I'll be right back. Thank you all. All right, you beautiful and lovely people. First of all, I would be, is it remiss if I did not say thank you? I have been doing this channel for years, and the last video I put out, How to Move in Silence, the love you all are giving me. And I know it may seem small to some people, but when you work on these videos day in and day out or each week, and sometimes I know some of my videos are like really good material. Really, some are better than others, but I know that they can really help people, and that many people don't look at them. It's tough to keep going, but I just keep cranking them out, and I have a beautiful group following me. But the love you all gave me on that video, thank you. I'm just so grateful. And I had a short list of videos I wanted to do, and this is one of them. Why are relationships so hard? So they subscribed. I asked for it. You all subscribed. So thank you, new subscribers. I think I ended up with, I don't know, I kind of lost track. Maybe at least 6, 7. I don't know. I'm just so grateful. And you all left me comments. Hustlers, he always give me comments. He's the sweetest. JJ dropped me a comment. I don't want to start naming people. I'll get all messed up. That's when you get messed up, when you name people. But thank you all, for real. I mean that. Okay, so we are going to dive in. You can subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hit that like button. You always hitting the like button. I mean, come on, guys. What's going on? Spring must be coming. Y'all just too much. All right. So, why are relationships so hard? First of all, communication issues, lack of open and honest communication. Poor communication, there or lack thereof, can lead to misunderstandings, hurt feelings, unresolved conflicts. Communication, sex, money. These are some of the major downfalls, pitfalls of relationships. Um, Communication is loaded. When you don't tell your partner how you feel, it's not healthy or honest communication. And this is one for me, I just don't like. Don't talk about your girlfriend or boyfriend, husband or wife to me or to them or to that person. Tell them. I would be so hurt, just straight up, you all, if the love of my life told somebody, I can't stand Tammi. I hated being with her every second. Or I don't know why I stayed with her. I hated it. That would really hurt me, because we had an open dialogue and we would check in with each other. And I'm sitting here thinking he enjoyed his time with me. But to know that you're with somebody, you don't want to be with them, but you're pretending. And some of you are, Denzel Washington, you need to move over. We got some actors out here and some actresses. Because how can you all look somebody in the face and don't want to be with them? It's just silly to me. Tell them. Tell them. I have had situations, and I'll admit they were like, short-term relationships, but I always told the guy, with all due respect, this just not for me. Or a couple times I threw it on me. I said, I'm probably not your type. Or this probably not a good match. Something like that. But I'm not going to lie to a guy. And the reason why I won't do it, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm pretty much straight up. So they gonna know anyway. I'm not interested. But don't talk about people behind their back. Tell them. Because if you tell them, it may be an opportunity for them to correct it. But when you talk about them behind their back, it's really being a fraud and a fake. And it's not cool. It's really not. Um, it leaves hurt feelings when we don't communicate. It causes big conflicts. Some people do the shutdown. You say something to them they don't like, solemn face. You talking to them, they ignore you. I know couples of people who have broken up with people, gotten a divorce. They said they could stay mad for 2 weeks. They wouldn't talk to their partner for 2 weeks, their husband or wife. That is so much energy. It is just toxic, you all. And also, you have, well, that's stonewalling. You say something to somebody, they don't like it, they shut down. Until they get ready, they'll talk back to you. Stonewalling, form of abuse, whether you know it or not. Yeah, you got to communicate. You got to communicate. That is the key. When you do this, bad communication, your kids are watching. And then that's why I'm a therapist, because your kids are in my office saying, when I was growing up, or as I'm growing up, my parents don't talk. So then they don't talk when they get a girlfriend or boyfriend. So it definitely can be passed down to your kids. So try to work on that communication, please. And if you're married, if you're a couple, if you're partners, you could be living in different homes, dating, and you really want to stay together. www.psychologytoday.com and get a marriage counselor or a counselor, couples counselor. It would do wonders. It really, really will. Go to Amazon, get a workbook for couples. So many things you can do. I'm going to move on. Fear of vulnerability. Some people may struggle to be open and honest with their partner, fearing rejection and fearing judgment. Sometimes we've done things in the past that's a secret. Some things we're going to take to our grave. But when you really love someone and trust them, trust, there's that word, you open up and end up telling them stuff about the past. Now, why people don't want to do this is some people take it and throw it in your face. You tell your current guy, yeah, this guy, he was really, dogged me out. I loaned him some money. He never paid me back. Okay, say you tell that story. Next thing you know, you into it with your man. He was like, yeah, that's why that man got to beat you out that money. People do this. Or it'll be other things. Yeah, that's why so-and-so left you high and dry. And that's why people don't want to be vulnerable, because they have a hard time trusting, and they're afraid that when an argument pops up, they're going to throw it in their face. And people do this. But really and truly, if you want love, you have to take down the wall. You got to be vulnerable. It takes time. I'm not saying go and do that with the first person you meet and tell them your whole story. No. But once you have been with somebody for a while, or if it's one of those fast relationships where you hit it off and you trust each other, sooner than later, you have to be vulnerable. Because when you're not, the relationship is going to come to a halt, because maybe one person is laying it all on the line and the other one, they're holding their cards close to their chest. And the other person could tell when you're not being vulnerable. It's not really an honest way to be. I get it. It takes time, and some people it takes longer than others. So I would say typically with some men, from my experience, they have to really trust you. And then they start telling you their secrets. This had definitely happened to me, where somebody, I was with them quite a while, then they began to really share. So it is a comfort level, but you got to be vulnerable for true love, I feel like. You don't want to have a bunch of secrets. All right, different communication styles. People may have different ways of communicating. This leads to misinterpretations and frustration. Definitely. Some of us are more assertive communicators. I tell you about me, passive aggressive. Now, I'm a straight shooter. People that know me be like, nah, she gonna say how she feel. Not have to worry about Tammy Walker with that one. But in a relationship, I can be passive aggressive because I'm not a nag, I'm chill. But that chill can get you not what you need. And then by the time I'm holding it in for so long, it's going to come out wrong. Now I'm lashing out, or saying something real slick or smart because I haven't told you how I really felt or what I really needed. Sometimes I give people too much credit. That's a smart guy. He pretty savvy. He know. No, you can't assume. You have to tell people and communicate. So that's where different communication styles can cause trouble. If someone is more aggressive and controlling and the other one's laid back and passive, that can clash because the controlling person is going to get irritated with the passive, laid back, chilled out person. Then they're going to try to control them and make them be who they think they should be. The passive, chilled out person going to be like, calm down. But, we have to get to know each other. And usually, if it's a good match, you will, compliment each other. Because sometimes us women talk way more than men, but we get it. We get that our man can be more quiet and we don't mind. It's okay. Or our man can get that we can be more outgoing than them and they don't mind. This is where you complement each other. But we all have different communication styles. I'm trying to think. I was just thinking about my two parents. My dad was way more quiet. Mom was outgoing, loved the fine arts, music, concerts, stuff like that. Dad was more of the homebody. He liked to fish and watch sports. So they were very different. Very, very. I'll mention them again in this video. But I'm definitely more like mom with the outgoing part. Definitely, definitely Dorothy Walker. Definitely. I'm oldest, the no nonsense. That was my dad. I'm all the way him on that one. So it's interesting to see how you get a blend from your parents. All right. What about the unrealistic? Let me go back to different communication. I want to say communication anyway, and misinterpretations. I just thought about that. Texting, worst form of communication ever. Pick up the phone and talk to your person. I have an Android. Don't judge. We listen, but we do not judge. So I don't do FaceTime, which that works for me because I don't think I would really want to do that. But texting is misleading. And I really valued that in the past because we didn't use that a lot. And, we used it like I'm on my way or da 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 da. But meaningful stuff or more important things, definitely we talked a lot. And that kept communication good. And it keeps away misunderstanding. You can misread a text. Somebody's hand could slip. Somebody could text you. You don't get it. I just don't think it's the best form of communication. You're in a meeting? Yeah. Can't talk right now in the meeting, call you later. Sure. On my way. Can I bring you something to eat? Anything like that. But them meaningful conversations, them big paragraphs, I don't want nobody to have to text me stuff. Just tell me. Tell me in my face or call me. That's just how I feel. Too many misunderstandings these days. What about these unrealistic expectations? If partners have different expectations about the relationship or what they want from it, it can lead to disappointment and frustration. I think some people feel like relationships are a movie, a romance movie. When I get married, my man, he's gonna buy me this, he's gonna do that, we're gonna do this, we're gonna be going here, we're gonna be going to Hawaii, and all these unrealistic expectations. I'm not gonna pay no bills, he gonna do everything for me. Da, da, da. That's fantasy stuff. What you see when you dating somebody is what you're gonna get when you get married. It might get worse because now you got bills together, you live together, kids probably in the picture, pets. So the stress is ready to get higher. So don't come in with these dream ideas. I'm not saying relationships are gloom and doom. I think they're beautiful. They can be beautiful with the right person, but the expectations are unrealistic, and also the reasonings that of why people are together are unrealistic. Some people, they don't even know what it's like to be in a relationship or to be married. They want to be married, but they want to be single. They want to get married, but go run out and hang out with their girlfriends, go on girl trips. Ain't nothing wrong with girl trips. It's not. But if that's what you want to do the majority of the time, don't get married. That's not right. Of course, if you had that type of relationship with your husband or vice versa, you do your girl trips, he don't mind. There's no harm in it. But personally, I don't want to go out with a bunch of girls on no trip and I'm married. Because guess what? I'm by myself. I'm not going on a bunch of trips with girls. So please don't come checking for me once I get married. That's all I'm trying to say. That's my stuff. Everybody different. You should be able to go on a girls trip here and there. But you should not be constantly traveling with a bunch of ladies and you're married. Why get married? That's my opinion, my channel. Do you, boo. Do you, boo. Stay single. That's what I say. I just think people want to get married, but they don't want to be married. This is why you need to talk about this before you get married. You won't have these unrealistic expectations. So I'm just pointing. That's so rude. Clashing values. So some people, maybe they grew up Baptist, Christian, somebody else grew up Catholic. That might clash. Didn't clash for us. I'm Christian Baptist. He grew up Catholic. That didn't clash. But as long as your beliefs are similar, God, Jesus, or lifestyles. Maybe somebody's a big drinker and smoke weed. The other person, they don't do neither. That could be a clash. Maybe somebody's a big partier. The other one is more chilled out, stay at home. That is a difference of lifestyles. Maybe somebody's more stern with the kids. You're going to bed about 9 or 10, da da da. The other one, I'll let them stay up. This is a clash. Maybe somebody like a lot of company coming over every week, and the other person is a homebody. They don't want to be bothered. Got to talk this stuff out prior. But this can cause relationships to break down. Even here I go point. Even political views. I mean, that whole Donald Trump back in when he first was elected. Oh, people was breaking up. People was coming to therapy over that. I don't know what's happening now. I can see it happening again. Anyway, incompatibility. So a lack of incompatibility or lack of compatibility in areas like interests, goals, or lifestyles can lead to challenges. I felt like my parents were incompatible at times. Dad, he was better with money than mom. Mom was a big spender. Mom liked Marshall Fields. She liked her makeup, her nice clothes, this and that. Dad was trying to save for a rainy day in some regard. And I saw them clashing. Dad was older than mom. When dad got even older, he wanted to sit on the couch, watch his sports. Mom was at the movies, or she liked going to her concerts with me. Dad wasn't interested. They began to clash. So you definitely want someone that you could do things with together. I enjoy a good game of tennis. I talk about tennis all the time. Not a big movie goer, but I'll go with my man. My man want to go see a movie. I'm going. I love to bowl. I love trying different things. I like to travel. I'm more sporty or athletic. I like stuff like that. So I like a guy that's active and kind of spontaneous. Let's go, blah, blah, blah. Just make up something. We just go on a whim. I like that. So I need somebody that's more mobile. I won't want a couch potato. I don't want somebody out of shape that can't, get around. So that's something that's important to me. I love sports. So I want somebody that enjoy watching sports too sometimes. We don't have to do everything together, but if he loves sports, you hate sports. He likes to travel, you hate to travel. He likes playing tennis. You don't even want to walk down the street. I mean, these are drastic differences that could pull you apart. You big into neo soul, R&B music. He can't stand music. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be something that's a common ground, or else it can cause challenges. It really can. What about these are major ones now? I keep doing that. Unresolved past hurts. This is a problem with quite a few relationships. The last relationship you got cheated on, man or woman, doesn't matter. Somebody took your money, or childhood hurts. Mom was mean to you. Dad wasn't around. These unresolved hurts rise up and jump into your relationship. Now, just say you and your husband, you and your boyfriend having an argument. He was like, I'm out of here. Uh-oh, you triggered because dad left and never came back. Now you feeling some type of way. He trying to abandon me too. I knew this wasn't going to work. These are the things that happen in these relationships. Past relationships can negatively impact the current relationships. I hear this one quite a bit from women. Yeah, I haven't had a guy that was faithful to me. These guys, they be cheating. Then next guy is faithful. He's all in and you looking at him sideways over any little thing because you've been cheated on in the past. You gotta resolve this hurt. It's not fair. The guy, he insecure because he got a real pretty woman. Well, You knew she was pretty when you first started talking to her. So these are hurts from the past, your own stuff that you have to do the work on. www.psychologytoday.com and find you a therapist. Put in your zip code. Put in the insurance you have. Difficulty with conflict resolution. I should have been reading. I had some notes. I'm just going rogue. Conflict resolution for sure. I think my glass is dirty. You got to be that. Oh God, y'all. Whew, I dropped it, y'all. I'll be back. Oh, y'all, I dropped my camera, slid off the doggone thing. I have it on a tripod. It fell. Now, how am I gonna fix that? I'm not good with edits. You gonna see how I'm gonna fix that one? Oh my God, you all. Okay, lack of trust. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Difficulty with conflict. Partner struggles with conflict. So I would say, excuse me, partners struggle with conflict, cursing out each other. You're having conflict instead of addressing it in a mature manner. Somebody's calling somebody a name. No, that's not going to work. Hollering. Ah, say it, ah. Mm-mm. Throwing stuff. I'm not even mention hitting because that's just absolutely no. It's just horrid. Throwing stuff. Stonewalling. Somebody says something you don't like, you just shut down for 2 days. Verbal, that's abusive. That's abusive. Not verbally abusive, but abusive. Insults. You big fat this, or you so stupid. So that is difficulties with conflict. You have to talk reasonably. And if you're really, really, really upset and really mad, it's best to walk away and say, I need a minute. That's the best thing you can say. I need a minute. I'm going to go for a drive. I'm going for a walk. Let me get some air. That's one of the best ways to resolve conflict without saying something you regret. Words do hurt. People will never forget how you made them feel. Be it good, be it bad. All right. What about lack of trust, whether stemming from past experiences or current actions? This can lead to a foundation of insecurity and difficulty in the relationship. You know, if you break trust by ghosting someone, that's bad. You could come back from it. You cheated on someone, you took money, or, talking bad about them behind their back, the one you love, and it get back to you. Or people don't like that kind of stuff. Or again, remember I was saying being vulnerable, and then they use what you told them against you. So these are ways that people break trust, picking your mother or a relative before you pick your partner. Can't do stuff like that. People are not going to trust you. I know I'm not at the end, you all. I feel like I'm almost at the end. Wow. So lack of trust. Sometimes some people are insecure. The person prior cheated on them. They're on TikTok. People using TikTok as a therapist. Oh, they said if your woman do this, you cheat. They said this. Don't let that TikTok stuff get you in trouble. What about financial problems? That's another situation that can cause relationships to be hard. You make 90,000, your man makes 60,000. You make 60,000, your man make 90, 100, and it's an imbalance. But if you can work it out, it can be okay. But sometimes men don't like it when ladies make more. Some ladies are big spenders and they spend up all the money. Some men are big spenders and the lady is the saver. Financial trouble will ruin a relationship. No man wants to go to work out in the elements in Chicago, working outside doing construction, and he can't even get home and you don't swipe the doggone debit card 5 times and spent the money. No man likes that. Ladies don't like a man that has to have all the Jordans and all of this and all of that, and they need bills paid. That's irresponsible. What about health? Some people forget that any of us can get sick at any given time. At 30, at 25, at 40, at 60, at 50. Doesn't matter. You don't have to be 80, 90 to get sick. When you get sick, that's when everything comes to the top. Sickness and in health. I do. I love you. I love you. Do you love me when I'm in a wheelchair? Do you love me when I'm in a coma? Do you love me when I'm in the hospital? Am I going to love you? Am I going to be by your bedside? You talk about love. When somebody gets sick, it shows you who your partner really is. People don't want to be bothered with nobody being sick, but they forget it can happen to them. What about work related stress? You know, these jobs, they will kill you, you all. This stress will kill you. These jobs will have you working 50 hours, 60 hours with no regard for your health. They don't care. And you mad, you hate your man. I want to say, hey, you dislike your manager, you hate your job. And you come home, you take it out on your wife, you take it out on the kids, the wife takes it out on the husband. It's bad. Work related stress can really ruin a relationship. And this is when you got to make a pact between you, each other, and say, honey, I'm stressed out, or what you think? It might be time for me to look for something else because this is affecting my health. All of this goes back to communication and healthy communication. Or you know your husband have a really stressful job. As soon as he hit the door, you hollering at him or nagging. Don't do that if you know he's stressed out. Don't do that. Same with the husband. Can't expect your wife to work 40, 50, 45 hours, go pick up the kids, cook, clean. That's too much. Sometimes men have to jump in and help too. It's this unrealistic expectation. Nobody can do everything. Okay. What about both want control or it's a power struggle? And sometimes one wants to dominate the other or one wants to embarrass the other. That's not right. That is going to cause a relationship breakdown. And the big one is intimacy and commitment. If you're not making love to each other at night or in the day or whenever, there ain't no special time for that, you're going to have a relationship breakdown. Your man is going to start looking around. Sometimes it's the man. Now, we always say the lady, she didn't want to do it, she didn't want to do it. I met some men, it wasn't all that, their sex drive wasn't all that great. So it's not always us. Sometimes men are lazy or whatever their little story is. I don't know, maybe they was cheating. I don't know. But sometimes men don't always rise to the occasion. Women complain too about some of the same things, or they may have ED. But even with that, you can get something for it. Last but not least, a survey was done where men were asked, so many men, would you rather be loved or would you rather be respected? And guess what they said? They want to be respected. If you don't show your man or your lady respect, you can't love them. How can I say I love you when I'm putting you down in front of others? How can I say I love you or I respect you when I'm calling you stupid? That's dumb. That's stupid. I should have known you was gonna do that. You gotta respect yourself. If I don't respect me, I can't respect you. You should never be putting your man down and calling him names. He should never be calling you fat. Ooh, you fat. Ooh, you this, you that. I remember I was having my graduation. I had a relative over here, a cousin, and I was trying on this dress. He's like, that don't do nothing for you. Ugh. Oh my God. You all, I grabbed this dress. I knew it fit me. It didn't much matter. I had my robe on. I said, come on, we could go. You're not going to insult me, even a relative. And you watch some of these people and you see, that's a whole nother video. You see what they do to their family members. No, you don't get to insult me. We should not be doing that. It's about respect. Don't you all agree? It's about respect. And when somebody don't respect you, I don't think they love you. It's not possible. We wouldn't do that to those that we love. But these are some of the reasons why relationships don't work. It's complicated though, I will admit that. But being kind and showing a little love is not. But you can only do these things if you do the work on yourself. I think really and truly people that have trouble in some relationships, they're not matched with the right person. They have their own demons, they have their own unresolved things they need to work on before they are really ready for a relationship. They're not present. They are married or with somebody, but they still have that single mentality. They are selfish. They are phony. We have phony people that they'll play the game. Now, some people can play a game for years, which is like uber scary. It's scary. And you'll think you know them, and next thing you know, the mask comes off. And you're like, who did I marry? You see this on TV all the time. They marry somebody that has them killed. So you really, sometimes you really don't know who these people are. If you are listening to me and you have somebody and they are really a good person, hold on to them for dear life. Show them love, show them kindness, show them respect. You are very blessed to have them, and I know they're very blessed to have you. Love the one you're with, respect the one you're with, and be kind. And if you don't want to be with the one you're with, let them know. And I'm not saying it like it's so easy, but sometimes we scared to tell people this because we scared to be by ourselves, or we think we're going to crush them. But a lot of times it's not as serious as you think. They may feel the same way. They don't have the heart to tell you. But me personally, this is where I'm at in my life. I would much rather be single and enjoy my life and have the peace I have and smile than to be with some man that I know I don't want to be with and I have to fake it. Because I'm not going to be able to do it. He's going to know because I'm not going to be able to do it. But don't waste your time. Life is precious. I don't want to say it's short, but it's going fast. And you want to spend your time wisely. That I will say. Okay, I said a lot. Now I got to figure out how to edit this because I've dropped the camera. I'm not good with edits like that. So you all may see that camera fall. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Thank you for watching. Drop me comments. And I guess that's all I got. Okay, bye.